Joining me on the broadcast, my special guest today is trainer Ron Burke, soon to be Hall of Fame trainer Ron Burke. This Sunday up in Goshen, New York, Ron will be inducted into the Harness Racing Hall of Fame. And Ron, first off, congratulations, and thank you for coming up and joining me. This is an accomplishment at least 30 years in the making. I know when I started here, you and I are about the same age. When I started here, you started out training 2,500 and 3,000 claimers. So, you know, you did work your way up from the bottom in this business. What did the early efforts training those cheaper, older, broken down horses, what did that teach you about the business?
Well, for sure, it teaches you a whole different, part that we don't do now. Like, we had a lot of lame horses, bad gaited horses, poorly bred horses. And if you could get those to win, it got a lot easier when you're getting high-priced, super-bred yearlings that stand perfectly. So, yeah, it was a different game for us. We were just starting. My father had just sold his car dealership, and we started when I was 12 helping out. And it was a big difference now, but in a way it was fun. Like, then you enjoyed the wins even more because you needed to win. You had to win. And, so when you won, it was really rewarding.
Worked your way up through the ranks, and every step of the way your brother's been with you too, Mickey Jr., and he's still obviously an integral part of the stable today.
Yeah, no, it's the biggest thing it is that we all do it together. My father's still a part of it. He's 86, still rides every day. My brother runs the training center. My sister runs the Meadows, and I basically oversee all the barns, just because I'm the one that knows the entries. I'm the one that does the entries. So, a little bit, everybody does something well, and whatever you do, like Mark Weaver tells us, stay in your lane. Do what you do it well, and we'll all do our own parts.
With so many horses, not only here at the Meadows, at the farm, at different training centers in different places, obviously it's a large operation. How much hands-on do you get to do, and how do you decide which horses you're going to sit behind on a daily basis?
Basically, I bring all new ones come to me, or I try to go there for them, and horses that are going the wrong way come back to me, or I go there to them. If things are going good, really they don't need me to do anything. But if things go bad, that's when we'll bring them home to the Meadows or the training center, or I'll go there and try to just look at it with a fresh set of eyes. And I'm not afraid of making mistakes. That's probably one thing that separates me from even my own guys. I'll try anything, and if it doesn't work, I'm fine with being wrong.
Now you have a big operation with a lot of horses, comes a lot of personnel. About how many people right now are working for you?
Probably around 80 right now. 80 people spread out in 5 or 6 different spots. So yeah, it became that's the hardest part actually anymore, is the staffing. And it's finding good help, and then finding places for these people to live. That's the other thing. It's a hard place, because it's a transient community and you move around a lot. So a lot of places people need or are willing to come work, but they just need somewhere to live. So that's probably the hardest thing we deal with.
Now, some people have been with you for an extended period of time. Who are some of the ones that have kind of been the most integral in getting you to where you are today?
Well, Shannon Murphy in New Jersey is the head trainer there when I'm not there, and he's been at least 15 years. Kenny Weimer here has been, 20 years too, same thing. He's, and he also becomes my dad's top assistant in Florida when they go to Florida. And so them two are very important to us. Now Jason Irwin's been here for a while. He runs the Ohio division. Devin Miller runs Indiana. Obviously my sister Michelle. And then there's even too many grooms to even acknowledge them all. There's so many that have done well and have been great for us that if I start naming, I'm going to be here all day naming them. But they've really been good. But those guys that I did mention, they've been here for a long time, and they're lifers. Hopefully we'll make it long enough we all can retire and call it a career together.
Now, some of the help that you've lost over the years, you've lost to them going on and starting their own barns. Does that does that give you a good feeling to see these guys going out and being successful on their own?
Yeah, it does. It really makes you proud, and it's funny, and it still makes you angry when they do something wrong or you see them not doing what they were
Even
taught.
if they're racing against you?
Yeah, but you take pride in them. You like the guys that learned with you, and and they were my friends too. Most everyone that did leave was a friend. That we never. The ones that left and went on their own, it wasn't acrimonious, and you never can begrudge anybody trying to do better for themselves. They, found an opportunity and took it, and, we're super proud of them when they do well.
A lot of people in this business, Ron, they look at it and say what motivates them is to get that great horse someday, to have that Breeders' Crown winner, to have that Sire Stake champion. You've been there, done that several times over. What motivates you on a daily basis to keep going?
I love winning races. It's funny, when you were talking to David, I thought that too. There's nobody that more than me, except for maybe David, that loves winning races. It's what drives us both. I like winning 5 claimers. It doesn't matter. I get the same rush out of every win. Maybe some are a little bit bigger, but I'm telling you, I love winning races. And so that keeps me going, and also, I take pride in that most of our owners make money, and most of them aren't, extravagantly rich people, and they have to make money to stay in the game. So I don't want them to lose money, and I take pride in that. And the other problem is I'm Burke Racing, my mom is part owner of everything, and so we need to do well too for her to do well, and so you can trickle down to us.
Well, Hall of Fame induction this weekend. Is this going to be an emotional time for you, trying to look back over your career, or is this just something you take in stride and say, okay, I've accomplished this, but now I got to keep going?
It's usually, I'm not emotional, and my whole family is, but when it comes to my father, it'll be tough to get through it, to talk about him and what he's meant to us kids, all of us, so that will be the other parts, talking about the horses and all the people that I've done it with, that won't be no problem. It's just good memories and good, my dad, it's like almost too good memories. Everything's so good when it comes to him.
Well, Ron Burke, congratulations again, entering the Harness Racing Hall of Fame this Sunday in Goshen, New York, and of course, just one brief night to enjoy and then back to work. Best of luck to you the rest of the summer stake season.
Thank you.